of Boxing Source here checking in, and I have a great guest here with me. Of course, a heavyweight contender here that's checking in. Just came off the battle at the Day of Reckoning against Anthony Joshua, and is here to chop it up with us here for a little bit. That's right, he's all in. Otto Wallin, what's up, Otto?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Now, you're coming off your battle on December 23rd against Anthony Joshua. I know that you fell short there with the stoppage, with the nose injury that you had. So, kind of break that down as far as like what happened there.
Well, I think that Joshua did a good job. I felt going into the fight that I had a good chance of winning, but he did a really good job. He came out aggressively and hit me with some good shots. I had a couple cuts and a fractured nose. Um, yeah, the fight was stopped, and my trainer stopped it. I trust him. I think it was the right move. He saw where it was going, so I trust his decision.
Now, with that particular fight, what was it that kind of stood out with Joshua that kind of gave you issues there while the rounds were going on?
I think he was doing a good job. He hit me with some good body shots. He used his power and speed, and he also had good footwork. It was hard to get to him and to land punches, and so that's some of the things that I felt like he did well.
Uh, Now I know you were, coming off of a, bout beforehand, and you were able to score the win there, so you were very confident in this bout against Anthony Joshua. Did you think, like, going from one fight and then back into the gym to, go to the next fight was, kind of key for you, up to that particular point?
Yeah, I think that was good for me because I was in good shape already when we got this call. Coming off a good win against you, and I had good momentum. So I felt like that was a good thing going into the fight.
Yeah, and you were, keeping sharp there, with your trainer and everything. But I guess it was just, the way that Joshua was coming in with the counter punches and like you mentioned, with the body shots that kind of, threw you off. But you're gonna be, soon right back into it, hopefully here, like I said, I mean, that's only your second loss of your professional career. So you're still there as a serious heavyweight contender. I know that there's been news about, more events that are coming up here for the heavyweight division. How would you like to be involved in either February or March, or something down the line?
I think that's a little too soon for me, February, March, especially because I had a little fracture in my nose, so I got to take time to heal and rest a little bit. So I think maybe realistically, maybe end of summer, around that time, I would like to be back. But I have to take some time, get back in the gym, and try to rebuild and come back better first.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now I know that you're there with Joey Gamache, a long time your trainer there, and Joey Gamache that has brought you up to being this heavyweight contender. Like how's it been working with Joey here over the course of your professional career?
It's been great. It's been great. Joey has been a huge part of my career, and it's really been vital to my career, I would say, because always been looking after me and developing me the right way. And I think that also in this fight that he was looking out for me, that's really important. You need a trainer that does that. So I feel very safe working with him, and that he's always going to have my best interest at heart. Because you need a trainer like that. As a fighter, I probably would have continued, but it wasn't going the right way for me that night. So it was a good thing that Joey stopped the fight, and it's a good thing to have a trainer like that.
Yeah, it's good to have that type of relationship there with your trainer because he will be able to see what's best for you there while being the, like I say, the third set of eyes in the ring, or basically second set of eyes to see what's going on there during the fight, but also like seeing, okay, what could be your next course of action there, whether it's for the next round or the next fight. So props for Joey Gamache there for continuing to be there with you for your professional career. Now, you were there as far as like a contender there in the heavyweight division. I know you were around like the top 10 in the IBF rankings there before December 23rd. Now, we're trying to get you, back there into world title contention. I know that you said that you want to like get back into the game around the summer months, like May, June, July. There's like still a lot of contenders out there in the heavyweight division that you could get in there with. Is there like something where you may be interested as far as like some of the opponents that were part of that Day of Reckoning pay-per-view, such as, like, what I would say, like a Daniel Dubois or somebody like that?
Definitely, there's a lot of good names out there, and I feel like I'm at a high level now where it's no going back really. So I want all those fights.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, quickly, like, what was your experience there, being in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia? Like, getting adjusted to, the time and everything like that. I know Fight Week, you were, there, really upbeat, really confident. So, like, how was it, making that adjustment to being there for that week or week and a half?
It was good being there. They really took care of us, and everything was really good out there. So people were very friendly and helpful. So it's a really good experience. And then with the time difference, that worked out good for me. We had a good plan going over there, and so my sleeping was not a problem. And so we had a really good time. I would love to go back.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah, I did, mention, those two other events that are coming up, but you wouldn't be able to make those. So, hopefully they'll have something else set up, down the line where you could fit in for that. But yeah, in the meantime, as far as like, those other contenders out there, like a Daniel Dubois or maybe like a Martin Bacoli or something like that, you'll be able to fit in and be an opponent, and then be able to take them out and then be right back into the heavyweight title picture. So we gotta, definitely look forward to that. Now I know that were mentioning, Anthony Joshua there and your battle against him. There was like something out there, from what you said earlier, in reference to, you comparing being in the ring with him and being in the ring with Tyson Fury. They do have different styles and things like that, but if they were able to potentially get in the ring against each other, like how would you kind of like see that there if they were able to face each other in the near future?
It would be interesting. I think that, I mean, obviously, it was a much tougher fight for me than the Fury fight, but styles makes fights, and Fury is an awkward guy. He's tall, and he uses his height well. So I always said that he was gonna beat Joshua, but I think that now being in with Joshua, uh, you know, I think that it would be a good fight. And who knows? Who knows? I think that Joshua, he has the ability to beat him. I think it just depends on which Joshua comes out there.
Yeah, gotcha, gotcha. Now, also part of that card, December 23rd, you had Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder, with Joseph Parker, getting the win there by decision, pretty much wide decision. He was able to, be very sharp there against Deontay Wilder. Now, I know that, they kind of potentially had you matched up against one of those two guys. What are your thoughts about, Parker and Wilder at their particular points of their career here or right now?
Parker, he must have done a great job because I haven't been able to watch the fight. And I mean, when it was happening, I was warming up, so I couldn't watch it. But he must have done a really good job and really, really beat Wilder. He sounds like he won almost every round. So that's impressive. And Wilder has been inactive, and Parker has been active. I'm gonna take some time, but I'm gonna watch that fight and see what happened there. But that was an interesting. That was interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, trying to get yourself into the picture to get back into world title contention or be a world title contender. Now there was like one other thing that kind of like was developing, during the week of that particular fight. Not sure if you will be able to like delve into it that much, but it was something in reference to you being a free agent. Is that still the case here as far as like being a free agent and looking for fights that could be just about anywhere?
Yeah, I'm a promotional free agent, so I can do really whatever I want to. So that feels good, and it's the right time in my career now to be a free agent, I think. And so I'm very happy about that, and I can do whatever I want to. And doesn't mean I will never work with a promoter again, but right now, probably not.
I mean, yeah, there could be those definite advantages being a free agent. That way, you could contact anybody, you could work deals with anybody, and make things work. Just so you'll be able to be in position for a fight instead of like I saying like in some cases fighters just waiting it out and waiting it out. Therefore, either an opportunity or the best opportunity. So at this stage, that is very good for you. Now, just moving forward, just seeing here, um, when was like the last time that you like were back into your home country of Sweden? Because I know that you've been like based in the U.S. For a good little bit. So when is the last time you've been there around your home home area actually?
I've been in New York now since 2017, but last time I visited Sweden was in October after my last fight before Joshua. So I was there for a couple of weeks.
I gotcha, gotcha. Now, was there like any other fighters from that area that you kind of like either looked up to there before you started your pro career, or anyone that you're like I guess looking up to you as far as like being a Swedish fighter coming up?
Mm, when I first started, there was an Olympian at my club in Sweden, and he was that was the two Olympics, 28 2008 and 2016. He went to, so that was inspiring. I had just started boxing when he went to his first Olympics, so that was really good to see. Somebody coming from that boxing club that made a good career. So that was inspiring to me. And then of course Ingmar Johansson, the heavyweight world champion from Sweden, the only heavyweight world champion from Sweden. Uh, and then I don't know, I don't know if there's anybody that looking up to me. Maybe I'm hoping that I can inspire people. Um, and I think so. I think there's people texting me saying that I'm inspiring them. So that's really nice to hear. And for example, one time I was working out over there in the gym, and there was some kids that came in. Oh wow, it's Otto. Oh, can I give you a hug? Yeah, sure, of course. To be able to inspire kids, and I think it's very good, important for people to have good role models. So I try to be a good person and do things right, and do my best in the ring, of course.
Yeah, gotcha. Being an inspiration of for young children is definitely a plus there, and one of the motivations that you would have to continue your career. Last thing here, what are your aspirations here coming up for the year 2024?
We'll see. Maybe come back in the summer. Uh, would like to have at least two fights this year, three if I can. Um, so I wanna like this last this last year with the Joshua fight and Gasly fight. I've been kept active, but before that, I hadn't been able to be very active. So I would like to be active and have good fights. And I don't think ring rust is very good, and I think Wilder will probably agree to that. So I want to stay active, fight maybe at least two times this year. So that'd be good.
Gotcha. So hopefully we get that in action there. Have you in the ring at least two times, maybe even three times, like here in 2024. Thank you so much for taking the time here to speak with the Boxing Source. And once we get more information about when you're coming in for another fight, I'll be able to catch up with you next time.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much.